The United States men's national team wrapped up the September window with two very mixed performances, a 2-0 loss to South Korea and a 2-0 win against Japan. Welcome back to the T26 channel where we talk about all things related to the US men's national team, and today we are back into a regular series post-camp clarity where we review the camp and decide if we're proud of our performances or disgusted by them. If you haven't already, please leave a like and hit subscribe so you don't miss anything leading into the 2026 World Cup. Before we dive into what we learned from this camp, we need to mention that South Korea took the game seriously and gave us their best, while Japan played a lot of reserves. It's still a good team, but far from their peak, and that needs to be taken into consideration. Now, getting into what we learned, I'll start with our strikers. It's very clear that Fuller and Balogun is our top striker. His overall play was head and shoulders above what we saw from Sargent. His movement and ability to create for himself sets him apart. I'm a really big Sargent fan, but it felt like I was watching the 2017 version of Michael Bradley just plodding around the field. He felt slow, he felt methodical, but realistically like he was moving just to move. And yes, he pressed and ran, but the change of pace wasn't there like it was with Balogun. If you look at him, it was dynamic, it was explosive, it was direct. Maybe he doesn't cover as much ground in the press, but he makes up for that in his off-ball movement when we're in possession and how explosive he can be. And I can't move on from the striker conversation without noting that while Balogun was better than Sargent, he wasn't perfect. He could have left this camp with maybe 3-4 goals, but he only had one. Flo didn't finish some key chances, and that can't go unsaid. Yes, the defenders from South Korea and Japan made some great blocks and really put their bodies on the line. But missing those bodies is part of being a great finisher. We would have crushed Josh for not putting those chances away. So we need to take note of them for Balogun as well. While it's, one of the first or 2 or 3 times that Balogun hasn't put something away, and it feels like the 20th for Sargent, we can't hold Josh to such a level because, again, now he's had 260 minutes over a course of 3-4 years. That's not a lot. But in the past, he has missed those opportunities. So, to be fair, we need to look at Flo as well. Fortunately, he did bury an opportunity against Japan. The second takeaway from this camp is that we need to give more time to a back three in a 3-5-2 or 3-4-2-1 formation overall. We looked more comfortable and will be able to be more defensively sound in this type of formation while also utilizing our wingbacks better. Anthony Robinson and Serginho Dest are game changers for us. They're at the top of our list when it comes to talent. If we can get the most out of them by utilizing their skill sets better, that's a stone that we can't let go unturned. The only question that remains with this is who goes with Ream and Richards. We saw that Blackman is not up to the level. He was horrendous against South Korea, and he wasn't good against Japan either. He was better, but still not good. He's not to the US men's national team level. And from what we know, Mauricio Pochettino doesn't trust Mark McKenzie very much yet. And on top of not trusting McKenzie, he called in Noah Kai Banks and didn't play him a single minute. Now, this could be due to the fact that he picked up a knock in training, and that's why he didn't even make the bench versus South Korea, but he was available for our game against Japan and still didn't see the field. This is something that we need to figure out because there is real value to this formation change. A third item that we can definitely be proud of coming out of this camp is the play of Matt Freese. He played smart and he played well. He made the saves that he needed to, looked decisive when he was coming off of his line, and he got rid of the ball when he needed to as well. He wasn't putting our defenders in bad situations by trying to force playing out of the back like we've seen in the past. I think right now it's his position to lose. Could Turner be completely left off like Stefan in the 2022 World Cup just for his confidence? I don't know. I don't think we can afford to leave Turner off because it's a very clear 1-2 at this point in my mind. Then we have a drop off, whether it becomes with health or experience or ability. So I think they both have to be there, but right now it's Matt Freese's position to lose. Something else that I was able to learn during this camp is that Freeman has shown a lot of growth. Maybe it's just the fact that he's more comfortable with the team now, or maybe he truly has seen the level and adapted. I'm not sure which, but I'm happy with his progress. I didn't see him struggle to track the long ball over the top like we did in the Gold Cup, and outside of that, he looked defensively fine, right? Not great, not amazing. He's not Serginho Dest or Joe Scally, in my opinion, but he looked better. And while being fine defensively is something that he can be proud of, he's still not exceptional defensively, and he's not good on the ball. If we're comparing him to Joe Scally, who was left off the roster, being fine defensively and bad on the ball isn't going to cut it. Scally is a good defender, and yes, he is below average on the ball, but he's also safe. With Scally's main criticism being that he doesn't offer much offensively, I think he deserves another look. During the Japan match, there were multiple instances where we were breaking on the counter or Freeman had space on the right, and he was too slow to play the ball, too slow to make a decision, or just played a ball poorly, and it ruined our momentum. Yes, we came away with the win, but those instances could have put the game to bed much earlier. While focusing on our right back situation, I do need to note that Scally does have experience playing in a back three formation, and that does give him a little bit of a boost in value, in my opinion. Being versatile when going into a tournament is incredibly important, especially when our backup is a clear step below our starting right back in Serginho Dest. Finally, we learned that Diego Luna was doing a little bit of farming during the Gold Cup. He looked really solid and creative against the poor, small CONCACAF teams that he came up against, but the moment that the competition level went up just a little bit in playing Mexico or Turkey or Switzerland in the friendlies, he almost disappeared. And the same can be said for this camp. He looked slow and hesitant on the ball, and when he was being a little bit more decisive and thinking quickly, he was almost always thinking safe. He had one really nice moment against Japan where he slipped in Damian Downs, but outside of that, his performances this camp were almost forgettable. If McKinney, Musa, Tillman, and potentially Gio Reyna are all back in camp because they're healthy and getting time with their clubs, we may see Diego Luna get left off of the October roster. I know Pochettino's a big fan of his, but he's left a lot to be desired when the level has gone up. I truly believe that if our top talent is healthy, Luna could be on the outside looking in. Overall, this camp was a total mixed bag. We were disgusted and ashamed after South Korea and have a little bit of hope after playing Japan. Even though it was their B squad, there are good positive things that we can take away from that. Let me know what you guys think. Was the camp overall a positive, or are we still a little bit down at the dumps? Don't forget to leave a like and a comment in the comment section down below for what you're looking forward to seeing in October. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.